5, 4, 3, 2.
Tier 1 performance.
Welcome back to the Tier 1 podcast, guys. We have a special guest. Her name is Nadine Fadelle, and she's one of the best trainers in Houston. We're going to get more to her background. Nadine, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure
Good
having
to see you again.
Great seeing you again. So Nadine, before we get into what you do now, just a little background about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
So I originally grew up in Dominica. It's a small island in the Caribbean, super tiny, and they're very outdoorsy.
Yes.
So I was always just a tomboy, playing around, climbing trees. I don't even know. We had a farm too, so I helped out a lot there.
Yeah.
And then when I was 7, so like in 2000, we moved to Houston. So
Okay.
that's kind of how I got here.
So how old were you whenever you moved to Houston?
7.
7 years old. And your family-wise, you grew up in an athletic background. You were very active. What other sports did you play growing up?
So it really, so I've always kind of been athletic, I think. It wasn't until middle school when I started playing sports.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I was late.
Yeah.
I was late. I think just because growing up in the Caribbean and maybe like the timing of the years and stuff like that, it wasn't very, they didn't care about sports like that.
Right.
But being active, that's just the lifestyle that we had. So I remember in 6th grade, the PE coach was like, "Oh, you should try for basketball." I'm like, okay. I don't know. I like to be active. So I was like, I'll try it, I guess. And then I tried it and I loved it. So that's been my main sport since then. I've done track.
Yeah.
Any other sport has just kind of been more for fun.
Okay.
So yeah, basketball has been my home since 7th grade.
So that's been your number one sport. And did you always look this way? Were you always athletic, jacked? Or what? Is that
Kind of. So I would say I was like skinny athletic.
Okay.
Never cut up or nothing like
Right.
that.
But
You go through waves of it, but
For sure. But that coach certainly saw some potential, just ran with it.
Yep.
And how many siblings did you have growing up?
How many siblings do I have? No. There's 5 of us. So I'm the youngest girl, and then my brother's the youngest, and he's the only boy.
Wow.
So I'm 4 out of 5.
Okay.
There's a few of us.
It was a competitive environment growing up, with your siblings, and did you guys just always play?
Always,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Not so much with my sisters. It was more like I get on their nerves.
For
But
sure.
me and my brother were closer in age, so we definitely played a lot. Kids in my neighborhood, I grew up with all boys in the neighborhood, so just playing sports with them all day long, and they played a lot of soccer. We would play basketball. Sometimes we do tournaments of just games, and if you win, you gotta, or if you win, the loser pays for McDonald's or something.
Okay.
Looking back, McDonald's is gross now, but to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
but it would just be fun like that. It was just competitive environment, just from the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, back then I could go for a Big Mac. Though.
Yep.
Big Mac
The
was
spicy
always
chicken was my favorite.
Spicy chicken. So getting stateside, you realize how crazy people are into sports here, right? Because
Oh,
I get a
man.
lot of friends from other countries, especially that
Night and day.
soccer is the dominant sport, right? But then they move here and there's so many sports.
Yeah. Yep.
And people value them as celebrities here. I guess soccer is the same way, but here it's just you have such a variety.
Yeah, especially Houston too, all the sports teams.
Yeah.
It blows my mind to think that soccer really is still the number one sport around the world, but here is more, I guess, baseball, specifically Houston, or
Tricks in my
football.
hat, baseball.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
funny.
And what part of Houston did you grow up in?
Northwest. So
Northwest.
Jersey Village kind of area off 290.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jersey Village Falcons?
Yep.
Represent. Shout out. And what year did you graduate from Jersey Village?
2011.
2011. Okay. So we're about the same age. Just a couple years
Yeah,
apart.
maybe. We're not going to talk about age though. Just
No.
keep
You're young. You're still young. You're
Still young, still young.
For sure. And so let's talk about the recruiting process. At what point in time did you realize, okay, I actually have a future with this. I can actually go play this collegiately?
Yeah. So I think for me, the recruiting side was hard just because my parents, they're traditional old school, and then they grew up in the Caribbean all their lives, so they was like, well, what's a basketball, you know? So they had no idea how to do anything. I think it was maybe my junior year. I was like, I can't imagine not playing this the rest of my life, so I need to take it serious. And then senior year, I would more so just apply to schools, not really. I mean, it's hard to get in touch with like recruiters. I mean, you go to maybe like some college camps, you know, things like that, but those are also hard. But senior year, I had a friend who was going to Concordia University in Austin to play. And we were just playing like a pickup game one day. And I was telling her like, I really want to play, you know, somewhere. I don't want to be in college and not. I was like, I probably won't go to college if I'm not playing. You know, I don't want to have to do that. So she's like, oh, well, I'm going up to the school in a couple weeks. You should just come with me and I can introduce you to the coach. So that was one of the ways. So then I went there because she had to help with like a basketball camp.
Okay.
And so I went and I just told him my situation. And then he was like, okay, well, just hop in the camp. You know, like, let me see how you're doing with it. And then from there, he was just like, I love the grind. You know, you're real athletic. I think we would love to have you on the team and stuff like that. So then that's how I got it. It was really lucky, though, because it was maybe a few weeks left to like apply to schools, and then it was like done. So I was like, oh, thank God, because if I didn't get that, then I don't know what I would be doing.
Well, because there is a deadline, right?
There's a
if
deadline.
you don't meet that deadline, you have to redshirt that first year. I had a buddy that happened to.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, it was like perfect timing. So I was like, it has to be, it's meant to be. So that's how that happened for me.
And so you were a point guard, correct? And so in high school, were you introduced to the weight room at all, or like did you have any like knowledge as far as like training?
We did a little bit more so like when we got to varsity. It was definitely when the weights was added, more like pre-season, not so much during season too much, but it was just a little bit. For the most part, it would be more like calisthenics type stuff.
Okay.
And just training for the sport in general.
We were running so much.
Yes,
like low body
always.
Fat, always agile.
Yep.
Oh, wow. And then like eating wise, like how was your diet back then?
So it was still pretty good, I think. Well, I mean, besides, you know, like the little fast food like McDonald's, all that stuff. But, you know, I mean, you're young, metabolism is good, right?
Yeah. You just need to eat at that point.
Yeah, And then I would still eat fairly clean at home because my parents, you know, from the Caribbean, we would do a lot of like seafood or just real clean. Like my mom cooks maybe every day, every other day. So it would just be home cooked meals all the time. So I was never big on going out to eat or like too much greasy food or anything like that. So I think that kind of just helped me in the long run too. It's always kind of just been in me.
It's always been like just something that
I just kind of grew up with it, so I think that's what helped.
Yeah, I'm a foodie, so like what was the best dish your mom made?
Oh my God, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Best dish. Okay, so there's like this one, it's like a red snapper, like the fish, but it's fried and they put it in like a sauce with like bell peppers and all the stuff on top of rice.
Yeah.
That's always a go-to. And then this one is more like breakfast or like a snack. We call it bakes, but it's basically like fried dough. I mean, that's not that healthy, but you could put like we would either put like cheese or some type of meat in the inside and like eat it. Like, it's so good, like crispy on the outside but like fluffy on the inside.
Oh, shout out to mom's cooking.
Oh man, I'll have to bring you some one day.
Please do.
You're gonna have to try those.
Yeah, I will because like I do cheat meals.
Yeah. It's needed. It's for the mental health, really.
It is, and I think the body adapts well to it.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, so you're in college now at this point. Let's you're entering your freshman year. What did you notice right away on campus? Like, what was your transition like into college?
You mean for the sports aspect or just in general?
For the sports and academics, because I know that like Concordia is known for their academics, right? They have a high standard. So how was that transition as a student athlete overall?
So it definitely kind of helps you dial in a bit. And I think because it was a smaller college, it was easier to kind of just go up to my professor like, hey, you know, I'm going to be out this time, like I need help, you know. And they would have a lot more like tutors on site type of thing, or like for the team. How else would it? I think that's it on like the student side. I mean, on the sports side, it was definitely a lot more intense than I was used to for the compared to like my high school. Like I think my junior and senior year, I had a basketball coach.
Yeah.
So we would be practicing like 5 a.m. and then come back in the evening, like in the summer days, like 2 days, just because. So I think he helped kind of mentally prepare me there, because it was just like that in college. You know, you have 2 days, training early. Like if you late to practice, the whole team runs. So it's a lot of pressure on you to like kind of be tight. You know, high school is a lot more easy in the sense like, okay, okay, 7th period we have basketball practice and you're already there, you know, so it's not like you had to really do too much. But outside of, like in college, outside of just the general practices, it's a lot more you have to do on your own.
Yes.
So that was a big difference too, for sure.
Right, like you don't always have a coach holding you accountable, and like honestly, you can get more repetitions off the court than on the court sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they definitely notice that too. The coaches pay attention to all of that kind of stuff. So.
All right, they'll look at the cameras. They'll see who's at the gym.
Yep.
Who's asking for
they
a
will
key
call
to the
you
gym.
out if something goes wrong. They say they are in the gym and you not doing nothing. They would call us out sometimes. Yeah. So it came in handy when you do extra credit. When you think they're not watching, they're still watching.
Always watching.
Always.
And what was your diet like when you got to college? Did it change at all, or was it
not too much? I would say it probably did get a little worse just because broke college student.
Oh.
At least in the beginning. Not so much now.
For sure.
So we would definitely rely on like maybe fast food or stuff like that some more, but still kind of at home. Just trying to save money or just to be healthier in general, just still cook at home a lot. Not every day, but at least every other day or so I'd try to cook at home. And like I had roommates, so we would just make enough for everyone, so that kind of helped too.
And did you also like eat at the cafe, or was there like a food hall?
Yeah, we would do the cafe every now and then. So it was okay. They didn't have crazy, like it sounds fancy, they'd have like this steak, it'd be cut, medium well, but it's like...
But your cooking's better.
Just the cafe. Yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn.
Yeah, your cooking's better. Yeah. So you're transitioning into the athletics realm, and you're playing at a higher level. So tell us a little bit about your experience on the court. Like, did you start playing right away, or like what was that like? So
I think, one, because I was like a walk-on, it was a little bit harder because they already had a freshman point guard that they had already had committed there, and then we still had a senior point guard that was also playing. So playing time was hard. Freshman year, I would just go, like they kind of put you in when there's like win in, or like just to say you kind of played or got minutes. But it was definitely a fun team to be on my freshman year. That was probably my favorite, just because we did have a lot of seniors, so just learning from them, and they were super experienced. A few of them were like JUCOs that transferred over and stuff like that. We did end up winning the championship my freshman year, so that was a lot of fun, just to be able to be a part of it. I feel like most people don't get that chance to at least see or be a part of it, so I was glad I was able to.
Oh, you won a natty?
Yeah,
See,
yep.
I didn't know
I
that.
should have brought the ring. Yep.
Come on, you could do
I
it.
know, I had the hardware with me. No, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And our coach that year was really good too. He was very... we used to go by this thing, had it on our shirts and everything. FTD was fast, tough, disciplined. So, I still remember this to this day, and I kind of keep it in mind every now and then. Like, you just want to be fast, play hard all the time. You got to be gritty, like tough, and just disciplined. Just listen. We really trusted him and like everything he was saying. So, I think that helps too when you have a coach that you really trust and can bond with like that. He was good about getting each of us in the office and was like, how are you doing? What's going on? Things like that. So
leadership's super important. We pride ourselves in that. We always explain that to our viewers. And so you had a good leader.
He was amazing. Yeah, I loved him. Coach Rainbow.
You guys keep in touch?
Not too much now. Not too much now. He stayed with us, I think, one more year and then transferred to D2 school. And they won a championship their year too, and that he was with them. So yeah, he's good. I love Coach Rainbow. He was probably my favorite coach that I've ever had.
That's impressive.
Actually, fun fact about him too, he's never played basketball. Baseball was his sport, so he studied real well. So
he knew how to lead. He knew how to manage. He knew like personalities and how to cope. And
so it shows the importance of that too. Like you don't. Not that he wasn't like the best basketball player. We probably each could have beat him one-on-one. You know what I mean? But the leadership skills was very important for his case.
And I think just understanding human psychology as a leader, and kind of knowing that everyone's different. There's different things that push them and motivate them.
Right.
And you have to. It's just not like a one size fits all.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah. And so, what did you major in college?
Finance.
Finance. Okay. And then did you go to school afterwards, grad school, anything, or did you just?
Straight to work after that.
And then we're going to get into, because upon you graduating college, what was that transition into the professional realm? Because I know you kind of entered the finance world for a bit.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about that.
So I've always kind of enjoyed numbers or like money, right?
Yes.
And just being on the back end of that, like of the business, and just seeing how the money flows and how it operates through there. So I wanted to really dip my feet in there career-wise. I feel like, every company needs finance department, right? So that's not a job that's ever going to go out. So I started doing it, and then maybe a few months in, I was like, this is super boring. I was just used to always being active, and then you do go from that to being just sitting at a desk all day long, and it just, mentally, I couldn't. It was tough, and then especially like because I was so new, and like the companies that I would always work for, they would be management was like in those positions for a long time, so it was really hard to move up, and I think that didn't really help in my case when I'm already kind of unmotivated in that sense. Like I think because I'm competitive, I wanted to be on the top, but with those places, just I couldn't get myself to really enjoy it like I would, or like how I did with basketball, like that same kind of drive.
Right.
Completely different.
Because you want goals and incentives, and you're in a position where that wasn't really like
right.
option. And so, did you
Okay,
start?
You could get a bonus or a raise, but that only goes so far. Like
promote me. Like,
right.
I want to be VP.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, did you? Were you hired in Austin at this point, or were you back in Houston?
Back in Houston. Yep.
Okay.
So when I graduated, I came back because I had studied abroad for a couple months, and then once I graduated, I moved back home.
Okay.
To Houston.
So you studied abroad after your fourth year of basketball, and then you. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Because I had a similar experience. I entered like the corporate world at a construction company. I was like estimating, and I was sitting behind a desk. It's tough as an athlete.
Right.
Going from like 8 hours of activeness a day to 8 to 10 hours of sedentary.
Oh man, it's insane. I never thought I would look at it like that, and it wasn't until I got in that position. And then I think too, because I moved back I was in Austin and I moved back to Houston. I didn't have as many friends and stuff like that, so it was hard for me to find like, okay, where can I be active? Where can I play basketball? Who's doing this here? So that it was kind of I had kind of got a little depressed. This felt like a breakup, like I can't believe this is over.
Right.
So it took a lot out of me. Like, at least my first year or two back in Houston, it was just hard for me to find a groove or like what I enjoyed, because I was like, basketball is gone. I'm in this job. It isn't fulfilling. Like, it was just mental toughness.
I love that. I want to elaborate more on that, because like that's something that every athlete I think goes through, whether like you're 23, and you're fortunate enough to play the game longer than most, and or even if you go pro, like your career ends at 40, right? And it's like, what do you do now? That's been your identity for so long.
That's
and now
exactly
you're
how I
transitioning
felt.
into the
Yeah.
professional world.
Man. Because I was like, because even after I graduated, I wanted to try and do like maybe a year overseas or something. But I mean, still, the recruiting stuff is hard unless you really know someone with things like that. So I was like, do I really want to pursue that, or should I be more smart, or like, let me not say smart, realistic, at least for me, like just get a job and then build my career through there. So I was like, I'll just start work. But then, you start work and it's like not as fancy as they make it seem when you're in college,
Right.
And oh man,
Like
I was
St. Wall
like,
Street,
what do
like,
I
this
do?
is-
Yeah,
this is weird.
yeah.
No, so how long did you last with this finance company?
I probably stayed with them for maybe, how long was it? Like three years, and then ended up moving to another company doing similar. But I was with them for maybe 4 years, and maybe three or four. But in between that time with the last one, I did I was always just working out, just staying in shape. And then eventually people would be like, just train me, help me work out. Like, you're so fit. I want to be like you. So I was like, okay, we could train, like, I guess. It's fun for me. So just come along, I don't mind.
Yeah.
And then, so that's kind of how I got my feet in on the training side. So I just enjoy just helping people get in shape and just being their motivation.
Absolutely. I mean, you're a motivation to all of us because, I mean, you're in phenomenal shape.
Oh, thank you.
And so, entering the work world, did you still maintain your physique, or did it, like, for a while there, did you kind of notice, like, hey, I'm not feeling as good in shape as I should?
I think for me, I didn't struggle too much with that because I was just used to always working out and stuff through sports. So when I was dying in the office, I would be like, I need a way to release. So I would go work out or something like that, you know? And that was kind of like my outlet. So I had to keep that to keep my sanity. So I did that. And then just from always being healthy, like in the nutrition side, it kind of stuck with me throughout the time. I mean, there was times where I was like, okay, I don't have like a gym to go to, you know, because like in Austin, it's like we just had a school, like, you know, they provided all that. So coming back, I didn't sign up for any gym membership right away. I just got to work and that was it. So at least in the beginning, it felt different. Like I could already tell, not as in the same shape, but it didn't take me too long to be like, okay, I don't enjoy feeling this way. So I had to kind of get back to where I was at.
Right,
So,
but it was always a non-negotiable.
Yeah, for me.
And did you like to train, for those viewers out there who are in like a desk job or like in the corporate world, what time of the day did you prefer to train and why? So I feel like there's kind of two. So when I would do like my own workouts, I preferred the morning just to kind of get it over with. And usually it kind of helps wake me up and keeps me energized to just kind of be in like a better mood to just be in the office and sitting there. And then even too, I think that helped me stay a little bit healthier throughout the day. Just, you know, because once you kind of set the tone for yourself, it's easier to just keep the momentum going than, oh, I wake up late and then I'm rushing and I got to get a quick breakfast here and like, oh, I'm already in the hole, I might as well go here. But if I didn't work out then, so eventually I found a place to play basketball. So I would do that at night. So like the basketball runs were always at night, and I think, you know, you get more people there, and then it's usually it was normally like 7 or 8 p.m. So you kind of have time to go home, get your mind right, you know, get all your stuff. So if it was definitely like basketball shape, I would do that at night, like in the evening. But if it was just like a general workout that I was just like, I need to kind of get back in shape or do something for myself, it was the morning. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're kind of having like 2 days in your own way still.
Right.
That's awesome. And I always tell people, I'm like, if you go into work at 9 a.m., right, or later, get that workout done with.
Yeah, you have more than enough time.
Well, there's too many unpredictables in the evening
True.
time. Especially if you have kids, you got to pick up from school. I'm like, don't push it off.
Yeah. That definitely happens too. Or like you eat bad or like you're tired, you know, like you get busy at work and it's like, oh, I planned on going at 6, but now I'm at work till 6. So it's like you get off and you're just like, I just want to relax, you know? Yeah. That happened to me a lot too. At least like once you get off, it's just exhausting, you know? So I don't want to do nothing. I want to go home and relax. But at least then I had already done my workout. I already got that box filled. So yeah, mornings are always preferred for me.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. And so now, like, it sounded like the personal training life and the motivator just naturally found you. And so you kind of like left your finance position, and then where did you get started personal training wise? So while I was still working, I started doing a little bit of the personal training just at people's apartment complexes or just wherever we could, or even at a park, and I'd bring stuff to it. And then I got certified, and maybe like a year after that, COVID happened. So then one of my friends, I'll backtrack a little bit. One of my friends, we were all used to work at a gym in the Heights, Athletic. We were there for a little bit, and then that's how we all met. Okay. So then when COVID hit, he needed a place to train all his clients, and we kind of kept in touch a little bit. So he was like, hey, well, just help me come train my clients here. I want to open up my own spot. So then once he opened, I just stayed helping him there. So it's in the Heights. Well, I guess now it's Garden Oaks. We just moved. So that's all inspired. So that's why I've been training at now since 2020. That's awesome. And guys, you need to go check her out, especially if you want to get your ass kicked.
Yes.
She'll humble you. Okay, she will humble you. Like, I've seen her train, and she's phenomenal. I wish she does.
Thank you
and
so
like
much.
You motivate, and you're one who practices what you preach. Because I know you keep your diet clean. Like, what do you eat now?
What do I eat now? So I like to enjoy food. I mean, I'm a foodie too. I'm not like crazy big time, but I still like to eat, you know? So most times like breakfast would either be like an overnight oats, like if I'm rushing because my morning starts so early, I'll just make those beforehand and take them with me. So if not that, I really love breakfast tacos.
Okay.
Or just like eggs, maybe like some potatoes or toast, or like a turkey bacon.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would cook those at home, so it's clean and I know what I'm putting in it, right? And then lunch would be just something like simple, like chicken or some type of side or like a salad.
Yes.
I love greens, so I try to make vegetables or just any type of food, like veggie or salads in most meals. That's like the main thing, I think. And I just try to stay away from greasy foods and stuff like that.
So you have an idea.
So
of what
nothing
you eat.
crazy. Yeah, I don't eat like egg whites and like ground turkey and rice all day long, you know?
Right.
I can't do that. I think if I was doing like a competition, or if I had a more serious goal, I probably would do that some more.
Yes.
But right now I just try and keep it to where I still feel fulfilled.
Yeah, and this is coming from a person who could probably hop on stage in like 3 to 4
Oh,
months
man.
and hold your
Oh,
own.
man.
For sure.
Thank you.
And so, do you believe in like having small meals periodically throughout the day instead of like a large portion meals?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's I'm a fan of that, I think. Just because your body doesn't, like, let's say if I eat one big meal, okay, it holds that enough, but it doesn't know when it's gonna eat again if I wait till like the end of the day or something to eat again. But at least the small meals, it's like, okay, I know I'm gonna get this then, so I have enough fuel to kind of last me here. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So the small meals help, and I don't like to eat till I'm full because it just makes me a little more sluggish. It slows me down. I can't get a good workout in, But if it's smaller, it's a lot lighter type food too, so it's just easier for my day and my energy wise to have them small, like maybe 5. I'll probably have like my first maybe breakfast meal at like 7, and then I'll eat again like a little protein shake or like a yogurt with some fruit or something at maybe 10 or 11, and then I'll eat again at like 2 or 3, and then eat again when I come home from the gym in the evening. So yeah.
So you go 4 to 5 small meals a day.
Yeah.
And do you just listen to your body as to like when you're hungry, that's when you eat?
For the most part. I mean, the morning I try to keep it the same. But then during the day, like let's say if I have more of like a carb heavy lunch, then okay, I'm probably not going to get hungry right away. So I'll maybe take something to the gym instead of eat right before, just in case. So it's like once I start feeling hungry, I'm like, okay, I have that to eat. Instead of starving myself and then wait to get home and eat a big meal and then fall asleep full, and it's just
Yes.
So yeah.
No.
I try to be prepared.
No, it sounds like you do
Yeah.
take preparation really seriously. And like obviously, so you're at All Inspired Fit. And what is your training philosophy as far as like whenever you're training clients? Is it more personalized to and tailor-made to their style? Like do you have a HIIT training routine, or do you like to put them through isolation movements, or how does that go?
I mean, every workout is definitely going to have a few isolation movements and some compound movements. And I think for me, I get bored with certain workouts where it's just like a slow lift and stuff like that. I mean, to each his own. But for me, I've always been, growing up climbing trees or like running around, being in a bush, and then to go from that to like basketball where it's like all these different movements because, you have to move your body for the sport. And then so after basketball, it just, for my entertainment and for me to enjoy it and stick with it, I love to just challenge my body in different ways or like, do like a lot of lateral movements and things like that. I try and train the way that I know how, like let's say if you've never done like a box jump before, at some point we're going to get to a box jump, and then I think it just helps you be more confident in yourself, like as a client.
Yeah.
So I definitely try to train people as if they're athletes because, they all move in different ways and your body is meant to move in different ways. So I try to do different planes, isolation movements, compound movements, things like that. I try to mix it up for sure.
Yeah.
Usually if it's someone that has like an injury, obviously we'll modify and kind of work around it. But I definitely try to introduce you to new movements and a different style of training.
I like that, which means you probably have like a wide client base.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
Anybody can utilize that type of training.
Yeah.
And we're, of course, going to send people your way because we know what you do and the work you do is amazing.
Good. Thank you so much.
And Nadine, I really appreciate you being on the show today.
Yes,
and
I
agreeing
enjoyed
to
it. It
this.
was fun. I got to come back.
We're going to do this again very soon.
Yeah. Good, good.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
All right, guys.